Whoa! How's it going? I don't know how many people are going to be here. It's all good. We're doing a what I think might be my last live stream before Christmas, at least here on YouTube. I might do a couple game streams over on Twitch before we get to Christmas. But I don't really have any plans for any more streams here on this channel before Christmas. Plans can change, of course. Time availability could change, of course. But as it stands right now, I don't really have any plans to have any more live streams between, well, tonight and Christmas. We'll see what happens. But yeah, there'll be some game streams on Twitch. But this will probably be it for YouTube until then. Say hi to everyone we got here in the chat so far right now. We got Hemkesh Chenupati here. Damian Fry is here. Ultimate Keymaster. Hi, I'm Henry. Pigeon Man. Corey Bohm. Trucker. Annie Mason Studios. Because Why Not is here. Seguin, the Pikachu fan. Lucky Charms Colin. Do you remember those old kids licensed games from THQ? Maybe. I don't remember which. I mean, there was a bunch of licensed games. I'm not sure which ones THQ specifically made. Corey Boom starts us off. Woo! $20. Corey. Hope you don't get cyberpunked. I still don't own the game. I do plan to own the game and stream it for you guys at some point. Where is my thing I was doing shots out of earlier? I've got the booze. I'm going to do some little celebration shots. Little red for the Christmas season here. Little UV red, as it were. I guess I'll just do a cap shot right out of here since I can't find my shot glass I had sitting around. All right. Well, thank you so much, Corey. Thank you for the Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you as well, you and your family. I hope you have a safe, first and foremost, but very Merry Christmas. For my family, we're still doing family gatherings this year despite COVID, so wish us all luck that everyone stays healthy despite the family gatherings happening. They don't happen for like a week, but when they do happen, wish me and my whole family to be safe. I'm hoping that we don't have a breakout, but my family is refusing not to meet together. So this is a Q&A. Yes, it is. If you want to ask me a question, you can just ping me in the chat at Nintendo Prime. Obviously, you can always super chat and or donate, and that gets your question straight to the top if I end up getting behind and have a bunch of questions. But ping me in the chat at Nintendo Prime. I think this will work too. Is it this or donations? I don't remember. Is Nightbot not working? Nightbot I don't think is working. Let me look at Nightbot quick. I have a bot that links to the donation link. But I don't know if it's working, so I'm going to log in quick and check. I don't even know the command anymore, to be completely honest. I've been doing this for so long, and I still don't remember my own Nightbot commands that I created. So I'm going to log into my bot account here quick and see what was my command. Commands. What were my commands? Discord? I don't have a command for donating? What? I have a command for Discord, though. If you guys would like to join the Discord server. Bam. Is it going to work? Nightbot, what are you doing? Are you sleeping? I gave you access, Nightbot. Yep. Bum. The bot's not working tonight. It is what it is. No gatherings, but have you seen my bar? I have not seen your bar, Corey. This is the last booze I have in the house right now. Probably gather up some more for the holidays. We'll see. My parents have quite the booze collection, so for Christmas Eve, I'll be having some nice mixed drinks. Because Why Not says, are you going to be home for the holidays, Nate? Funbox 5 is going out tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, we don't travel. Like, even though we're in a family gathering, it's in town. It's at my parents' house. So my parents live like 15 minutes away. So we go over there. It'll be me, my fiance, my kids, my grandparents, all of us getting together. So, and then we spend the night there. But it's just, we spend Christmas Eve night there, and then we're back here Christmas Day. So basically, Santa for my kids comes Christmas morning at my parents'. We still do a separate Santa thing in our house, but it's not as elaborate. My parents are let's just say, very well off. So we have a tradition every single year. I think for 9 or 10 years now. Ever since our first kid, we've been doing this overnight on Christmas Eve thing at my parents' house. So, and we're not ending the tradition because of COVID. So, I don't know why Nightbot's not working. It kind of makes me. I don't get it sometimes. Settings. I gave Nightbot access a long time ago. I don't know. I'll figure out Nightbot maybe for the next stream. Annie Mason Studio wants to know, can I be a moderator or is that exclusive to other people? I only ask. I only add people to mods when I feel like I need it. I know some channels like reward people with mod status. I don't do that. I add mods as I need it. So generally, the only time you'll see me add mods is if I have a massive stream, which like right now, right, we're like 20 people. It's kind of a chill stream. There are streams, and some of our, Edward and Corey, who are mods right now, can attest. I've had streams blow up with 200, 300, 400, 500, 700 plus viewers before. And when I have huge streams like that, usually happens around events, console launches, or directs, or E3 like events and stuff like that. When that happens, that's usually the best chance to become a mod. And chances are you're not going to be a mod if I don't recognize you as a longtime viewer and commenter that kind of knows what I allow and what I don't allow. Because it's not like I have like a set of rules. It's basically don't be a jerk. Don't attack other people. And don't talk politics or religion. That's pretty much it. Those are like the only rules I have. But my longtime members and watchers are the ones that obviously know best how I apply those rules and stuff like that. So, yeah, when I have huge streams, like Ultimate Keymaster is like, dude, when I have huge streams, it happens. Still happens. Heck, my direct stream really had over 100. I had a stream about Cyberpunk and something else that had over 200 the other day. Like, I still get some crazy big streams sometimes. But like chill streams like this, Q&A streams, they don't get very big. And not unless there's like a topic to go along with the Q&A that's a big deal. If I name this, hey, let's talk about Switch Pro in 2021, Q&A, Nintendo Prime Live. There'd probably be like 70 people here, but, I don't really add mods like that. Lucky Charms Colin says, did you know there was going to be a third Hero of Time game, the sequel to Majora's Mask? What? I know about Ura Zelda, but that was not supposed to be like a post Majora's Mask game. What'd I do so a rat's chasing me? I'm scared. Oh, it turned around. In your house there's a rat, Shadow Seeker? Or are you just like chilling, going for a walk? Hope there's not a rat in your house. That would suck. Did I play Simpsons Hit and Run? I have not played Simpsons Hit and Run. I know what the game is, but I haven't played it. What game would you like to see have a remake? Zelda 2. Because I think it's completely underappreciated. And I realize a remake is probably going to ruin what I love so much about it. But still, I would like to see that remade. So it can get proper appreciation for what it is. Sounds good. It's just a mini Christmas box and nothing. Hey, that's all right, man. Dude, I appreciate any and all presents. Even if the present is simply you guys are in the chat, keeping me company, chilling with me over the next 40-ish minutes or so while we have a chat here. Oh, by the way, for all like donations and super chats, as you're seeing up here, I'll be doing like drinks and shots and blah, blah, blah. Pretty much all shots tonight because that's all I got is shots. Maybe we'll finish the bottle here and get a little buzzed. We'll see. Microsoft made a game console before the Xbox called the MSX. Nice. It's more one of those PC consoles. Kind of like a HTC PC, like a home entertainment center PC kind of thing. What? You got new info on Switch Pro? Oh, totally, man. And that's totally why there'd be so many people watching. What? What's this news on Switch Pro? I'm like, we're just talking about Switch Pro. We're not. People get confused. Lucky Charms Colin. I've never heard of that before, and I know a lot about Zelda. You got any sources on that? I've literally never heard about a third Hero of Time game. I want a Skyward Sword remake so bad. They're not going to remake Skyward Sword. They might HD it. They're not remaking it. Wait a minute. I just realized Metal Gear technically started as a Microsoft exclusive before the NES version. The more you know. Animation Studio says, if Breath of the Wild sequel becomes a Switch Pro exclusive, will I get the Switch Pro just for that or not? Yes. But I mean, I'm going to get the Switch Pro anyways, assuming I can get my hands on one day one. Assuming I can get a pre-order in, I would have a Switch Pro day one either way. So I had a new Nintendo 3DS day one, so why wouldn't I get a Switch Pro day one? Dang, 2 streams in one day. Yeah, this is like the last one I'm doing, I think, before Christmas, Brian. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I know I talked about doing it on Christmas Eve. I don't know if that's really going to work out, the logistics of it. I got too much family stuff going on, and they're not going to want to be on camera or be heard in the background. So, I think this is probably it before Christmas. I might do. The caveat is, if you follow me over at twitch.tv/Nintendo Prime TV, there might be a couple game streams as I play some games here and there over there, but probably more in the morning. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it won't be more in the morning. Anyways, if I do anything, it might be some game streams on Twitch. Nothing scheduled right now, though. It's kind of a crazy time because my kids are... I have 2 virtual days on Monday and Tuesday, and then there's no school, and my kids are going to be home all day long, and I work from home, and it's going to be crazy. But we'll see. I'll probably still sneak a couple game streams here and there. I heard about that. I'm going to get abandoned by my friends for an inevitable PC rise, just like World on Xbox. What's up, Abel Diaz Urbina? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Billy Bean? I see you over there. Joshua Coleman, welcome to the stream. What do you have in mind for next year's E3 if it happens? Like, what do I want to see? I don't know. I want to see every game company bring it and bring it hard to make up for 2020. I want to see it's not going to happen, but I want it to be the greatest E3 ever. The greatest E3 press conferences, the greatest E3 game shows, the greatest E3, streams during E3. If I go to E3 next year, if I choose to go, and it does happen in person, I want it to be the greatest show event. I don't know if it's actually going to happen in person, but if it does, if it happens at all, I don't know where the pandemic's going to be. But I want it to be... I think what showed in 2020, remember back when E3 was canceled? We had a lot of conversations on the channel about that, and about how we're going to find out that we don't need E3, right? That Nintendo Directs and, the PlayStation ones, what do they call them? God, I don't know why I can't. I'm drawing a blank on the Xbox ones as well. Inside Xbox, I think, is that one. The PlayStation ones are called, God, I think it has the word play in it. I don't know. Anyways, the point is that there's those 3 specific events that I thought would happen, the Ubisoft Forwards, and I thought they would prove, I thought the game industry would prove we do not need E3. PlayStation Experience? Yeah, PlayStation Experience maybe. State of Play. State of Play, that's what I was thinking of. Not the PlayStation Experience that happens once a year. I'm talking about State of Play. I thought those digital events would show us that we don't need E3. Instead, entering 2021, I feel like we need E3 more than we've ever needed it before. I think 2020 proved there is no replacing E3. I thought for sure E3 could be replaced. I was wrong. These digital events didn't replace E3. There was nothing on the scale of E3 that happened at any point this year, nothing even remotely close. So, and I'm not just talking about the in-person demos. That's nice. Hands-on impressions is good. From as many people as we can get. That's good. But Nothing. There's nothing that replaces E3. There's nothing. And it sucks because E3 being canceled is, I think, when Nintendo phoned it in for the year. Because I'm pretty sure Nintendo was going to have a nice presentation. Instead, anything they were going to present there, which we know Mario 35th anniversary stuff was probably going to be part of that. But, to be fair, did you think in March that we'd have no Nintendo Directs? Well, of course. But it's not just Nintendo. That's the thing. I want to be clear. It's not just Nintendo. It's the whole industry. The whole video game industry feels like it misses and needs E3. You'd like to see another Wario game, says Billy Davidson. Welcome to the stream. Joshua Coleman says, what do I want for Christmas? Everyone to be safe and happy. But barring that, if I just talk about like a personal desire, all I want for Christmas is my channel at 70,000. But that's not going to happen. So, in a more realistic sense, like a PlayStation 5 under my tree. That's not realistic either. What's more realistic? I already did good in college, so I don't have to. All I want for Christmas is you. I have no idea. I like things, but I don't know. I don't really have like personal, I don't know. Like there's things I want, but I don't know. Like to name one specific thing, I don't know. I guess I want Cyberpunk because I don't have the money right now to buy it for myself for Xbox Series X, but I mean, I'm in no rush to get it. It'll be better once the next gen update comes out. Lucky Charms Collins says, did you know there was a 13th image in Breath of the Wild? The image was found in the files of Wii U. However, it could have been made only for testing stuff. Image. What do you mean, image? I will paste your YouTube link and hope it's not fake. Oh, I know that theory. Yeah, I know about that. I've seen that video. I thought the Game Awards maybe would replace it because of the numerous announcements that happened there. But obviously E3 has a level of hype. Yeah, like the Game Awards was fine for announcements. It was like a mini E3. It's not E3. It just doesn't replace E3. Sephiroth was the only hype out of it, and then it's probably because you only care about Nintendo. What's your favorite game ever? Breath of the Wild. Corey Bohm says, also, being fair, 2018 and 2019 E3 showed lots of titles that still haven't released. Do we really need more pre-renders of those games? Yeah. To be fair, we haven't seen Bayonetta 3 since a little tease at the Game Awards in 2017. Would I like to see a tease of that? Yeah. Would I like to see a tease of Metroid Prime 4 also announced in 2017? Yeah. Like, yes. We need reminders these games exist. We're in 2020. Entering 2021. Need some reminders that these games are still around, like Elden Ring. Be great to know if that game is still kicking. All I want for Christmas is new Nintendo games to buy that are on the level of Splatoon 2. And then this stream gets DMCA'd because Jeff told you it was okay to sing, but it's really not. Can you pick up the camera and give us a house tour? Not right now. This camera is wired in, so not right now. I've done a house tour before. I've done a house tour twice, 3 times. It might be cool to look at the house now because I have Christmas. Like if I go outside because I have Christmas lights up. So it might be cool to go look at my house now. I don't think you guys have ever seen it with Christmas lights up, but. No, I'm not doing that today. Maybe before I take the lights down, which the lights are going to be up like all winter. So they're not going to come down until like 4 months after Christmas. Although you won't have the Christmas tree up that entire time. Let's see here. Let's just say it wasn't for testing stuff and it was a memory. What do you think a memory could be about? Something that'll happen or something that did happen? It might have happened, actually. And Hyrule Age of Calamity, I have no idea. Man, I don't know why my nose is so itchy. Game Awards are rigged, yes or no? I don't think the Game Awards are rigged. The Game Awards are largely based on traditional media. The fans get a say, but it only counts for 10% of the vote. I think it should be more like fans get 50%, media gets 50%. I think that's a fairer judgment. That gives us an equal say over the Game Awards as the media. And you can argue fans should have a greater say than that, but I don't want to diminish the media's importance. I know some people just don't give a shit, but that media importance includes, certain YouTube channels and other entities, not just the IGNs of the world. So I think having the media as a 50% and fans as 50% needs to happen. So I don't think it's rigged. Last of Us Part 2 was like the highest rated game of 2020, or like one of the highest rated. It's not really surprising that because the media rated it so high, of course it was going to win. You can basically go to Metacritic, see what's the highest rated AAA game of that year, and that's probably going to be Game of the Year, assuming that a majority of critics actually reviewed it. Do you think we need to replace Jeff Keighley? No. The Game Awards wouldn't exist without him. It's his baby. Here's what we have to understand about the Game Awards, guys. It is a Jeff Keighley show. It cannot exist without him. I'm not saying we can't have an award show without him. I'm saying that the Game Awards itself doesn't exist without him. For those who don't remember, because it's been, 6-7 years, whenever the first Game Awards happened, the thing is, Jeff Keighley paid for the Game Awards out of his own pocket in the first year. He had no backers, no investors, no ads. He paid for the entire thing out of his own pocket. And if it went bad, he would have went broke and bankrupt if it didn't work out. But it did. It is a Jeff Keighley show through and through, whether you like it or not. We know what the Game Awards is going to be every year. It's going to be the show that Jeff Keighley wants it to be. And I have mad respect for Jeff Keighley, dude. He thinks it's important we have a big award show. He thinks it's important that we have celebrities involved in the award show. I know, some people rail on him. Why do we have celebrities? Why do we have this? Why don't we have real gamers, real this, real that? Because he's trying to get gaming legitimized on the greater whole. Gaming right now is the most profitable entertainment medium in existence. It's bigger than traditional sports. It's bigger than it's bigger than most TV. It's bigger than most music. It is a massive industry that gets zero respect from the rest of the world. If you're not a gamer, gaming isn't respected. It's looked down on. And he's trying to get gaming to not be looked down on by having an award ceremony that gives games the respect it deserves, gives the game industry the respect it deserves, and gets, yes, general media, including athletes, including actors and actresses, involved to draw outside interest into the Game Awards to learn something about video games. Yes, because of this, the award show is a little more boring for traditional gamers. But on the other side of it, it's also informing the rest of the world about the world of video games. And I think that's important. That gaming, for one night of the year, is taken as an extremely serious medium, even if you disagree with who wins what awards. At least this year, I can say, the awards themselves were treated with more respect than they have been at any other Game Awards. As an example, in the past, this has happened every year until this Game Awards, certain awards would just be like, oh yeah, this game won this award, and also that award. It didn't give attention to each individual award. This time around, it was given the attention that it needs. Every award was put on screen, all the nominees were announced, and a winner was picked. Sure, certain awards were made a bigger deal of. Certain awards got more attention. Certain awards had bigger presentations. But every award this year was announced. Well, this is the big thing. Like last year or the year before, one of the awards wasn't even announced during the show. But they announced all the awards during the show, announced all of the candidates during the show. Massive, massive improvement over years in the past. Now, is it perfect? Absolutely not. But this is the first year all the nominees for every award were announced during the show before a winner was announced. Hasn't happened in Game Awards history yet, in this particular show's history, until this year. Now, it's still not perfect. It still needs improvements. But it's a step in the right direction. And I give Jeff Keighley credit for listening to criticism over the years and trying to improve it. There are some things I think could help. As an example, I think the Game Awards needs to be split into 2 shows. I think there needs to be a separate show for esports and then a show for overall basically there needs to be a show that focuses on the people in gaming and then a show that focuses on games. So I think we need to have like 2 nights. There needs to be a 2-night event, right? You have the game community awards and then the game awards. So you have best esports player, best esports coach, best content creator in the gaming space. Have all that stuff be its own night of awards. And then have the actual game awards be about just the games. So I think they need to separate it like that. Because I think what happens is certain things get rushed through because of that. There's so many awards that gets rushed through. And I think if they separate it into 2 different shows, I understand that's a big financial commitment to do that. It's more complicated to do 2 shows. But then it gets more attention. You know, when we have Stephen A. Smith taking up more time than an entire award segment, there's an issue. Yes and no. So Stephen A. was involved because they're trying to get sporting fans to pay attention to gaming. Again, bringing celebrities in to bring more attention to the awards and more attention to gaming. He's trying to expand it. So he views getting more outside people aware of the impact of gaming is more important necessarily than giving each and every single award proper attention. He views the Game Awards as a way to expand gaming to be taken more seriously. Gamers look at the Game Awards as we just want game announcements, and for the few awards we care about, we want our games to win. But see, Ultimate Keymaster, this is the point. You're not. It's not about getting. Okay. Let's think about this. Let's think about what Jeff Keighley's trying to do. Whether or not we can debate whether or not it's working. But what Jeff Keighley's trying to do is he's trying to expand people outside of gaming taking gaming seriously. Now, if you have a celebrity that already is a pretty serious gamer, and there's plenty. There's a bunch of sports, stars as an example that have a huge live stream audience. There's music artists that have a huge live stream audience where they play games, right? Like there's already celebrities that definitely are into gaming. But having those celebrities appear in the Game Awards is just talking to the audience that already pays attention to them for their gaming and for their actual job of being, an artist or a sports star or whatever. Like, it doesn't really expand anything. It's just including people that are already gamers. By grabbing other celebrities that might not be seasoned gamers, it looks to gamers as an insult. But think about this. Stephen A., like him or hate him, is one of the most respected sports analysts in the world. He has one of the biggest followings in sports. You want to get people who watch traditional sports to give a shit about games. Hey, one of your favorite analysts is going to be at the Game Awards. Maybe I'm going to check out the Game Awards when I would have never watched it if I'm an NBA fan. Just because I want to see what the hell is Stephen A. doing at the Game Awards? What the hell is up with that? I better check out the Game Awards just to see what's going on. And that's the whole point. The point isn't to make the celebrity look like they're a gamer. The point is to get the endorsement of these celebrities for the event. He wants the endorsement of the event. Now, Ultimate Keymaster says, I don't think it's working. This doesn't get that audience to pay attention to them. Depends. Every year of the Game Awards, viewership has gone up. If it wasn't working, wouldn't viewership be going in the other direction? Now, yes, he's expanded into more markets. China's a big get now because the Game Awards is in China. But I'm just saying that every year, viewership has gone up. New stream records are happening. You went from 4,700 people co-streaming last year to 9,000 people co-streaming this year. What he's doing is working. Whether we feel like it's working, the numbers say it is. More people are watching the Game Awards than ever before. And does that viewership turn into more people playing games? Well, let's look at it this way. Gaming is growing every single year. Even during COVID, what was one of the few industries to not be negatively impacted by COVID in terms of sales? Video games. Video games is more relevant today than it's ever been in the history of gaming. The gaming medium is increasing in sales and market share of the entertainment business every single year. So when you say that's the event getting more popular, not gaming, but gaming's also getting more popular. Well, the copyright claims are... Even Twitch people are struggling with it. They have whole parts of their streams muted, and it's... There's an issue that Jeff Keighley needs to sort out for the co-streamers, definitely. And I've been made aware that Jeff Keighley is aware that all of us got hit with copyright strikes, or copyright claims at least. I didn't get a strike. So Jeff Keighley's aware of it. And I guess he said he's gonna try to work out something for next year so then this doesn't happen again. But we'll see. It's tough because he's kind of torn between, he kind of wants the traditional music there, but then there's a lot going on behind the scenes from what I'm told. I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. And Ultimate Keymaster. I can agree with you that gaming probably doesn't need the VGAs for that constant population bump, but it doesn't hurt. Tell me this. Are the Game Awards hurting video games? Is it making video games less popular? If it's not making video games less popular, all right. I said this before the Game Awards started, and I think I said this after. The Game Awards are not for everybody. And that's okay. You want a more serious awards? Pay attention to the Game Developer Conference Awards. Those are the ones that are actually deeply respected in the industry because the awards are given by developers to other developers. Those awards are the ones that are like, oh, you win one of those, you're deeply respected in the industry. But you might not even know about those awards because they don't do some big live stream event about it. They just kind of announce them after they've already been given out privately. Ultimate Keymaster says, I would say to Jeff, if he wants to not hold back on stream, just don't pretend to help co-streaming. Just do what he wants. He wants co-streaming. He's learning as we go about this copyright stuff. Because I haven't been copyrighted for every single Game Awards. Like, most of them I have, but I haven't been copyrighted for all of them. So there is a fine balancing act he's got to sort out. Ubisoft struggles with it at E3 every year because the problem Ubisoft has is they have Just Dance. And Just Dance literally is about licensed music. So it's really, really hard to have Just Dance involved in your show. I don't know that... I mean, I could argue Just Dance doesn't need to be involved in the show to sell, but then again, maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know who's watching Ubisoft's press conference. Maybe there's people who tune into it every year just to see the Just Dance stuff. I have no idea. It's possible just because I don't need to see it to know if I want to buy the game or not. Doesn't mean others don't. So I don't know. Maybe there's a point to it. And Just Dance is clearly popular enough that they think it needs more, that attention every year. So that they keep including it every year. And because of that, as streamers, we kind of have to try to predict when Just Dance is going to happen so we can mute. And then we have to try to guess when is it over. Maybe we'll watch it separate on our phone with headphones or something so we can know, like, okay, the music's done. We can unmute it now or something. I'm saying that I don't see a payoff of getting outside people into gaming. Ultimate Keymaster, I'll say this about it. I don't think any of us know if it's helping or not. There's no numbers to say it's not, and there's no numbers to say it is. The only thing we can look at, the only numbers we have, is factually gaming's growing every year. Factually, the numbers of people watching the Game Awards is growing every year. And that's all we know. More people are watching the Game Awards than ever before. More people are playing games than ever before. Are they intrinsically linked? Are they affecting each other? Are there more people watching the Game Awards now than ever before because there's more people gaming? Or is gaming growing because of the Game Awards? Or is it just happening together, meshed together at the same time, and they're both benefiting? I have no idea. I don't have the answer to that. To say, I don't think it's growing gaming. Prove it. Prove it. You can't prove it's not, but you also can't prove it is. All you can do is say, here's numbers. What do the numbers mean? I don't know. Numbers can be twisted to mean whatever you want them to mean. Welcome to statistics. You can have, here's the fact of the numbers, and then you analyze the numbers. Like that's what talk radio and everyone, they look at the numbers and they just make guesses and analytics and their own opinions based on the numbers, because numbers can take you in a billion different directions. All the advanced stats and sales data and play data and male female split and growth in certain countries, growth of certain platforms, blah 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 blah. Like they all can, numbers can be misconstrued to mean a billion different things. So like, I can't prove the Game Awards aren't helping. I can't prove they are either. I just know the viewership goes up every year. So clearly he's doing something right, because the show is growing in popularity every year. Why is it growing in popularity? There's probably so many factors involved in it that I couldn't pinpoint it down to one thing. Maybe the celebrities are helping. Maybe it's not. Maybe the celebrities are helping growing gaming. Maybe it's not. I have no clue. I think he's more interested in trying to get gaming to gain more respect from like CNBC, from Fox, from TNT. Although TNT is one of the few networks that's actually a little bit more respectful. They actually have quite a few esport events. ESPN as well is starting to really pick up on esport events as well, especially during the summer. So esports, because of how many people watch and because of the money involved, is starting to like pick up some steam. I mean, dude, there's some cable TV channels that carry Candy Crush tournaments. Candy Crush tournaments. Did you guys even know Candy Crush is a serious esport? Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, tournaments with $500,000 cash prizes for the winner. Candy Crush is a big frickin' esport. And you wouldn't even think it. Some stupid, dumb mobile game. How the hell? It's a frickin' esport. It's severely. Oh my God. Go. I thought that too. Watch. I'll link a video quick. I think it's crazy that Candy Crush is an esport to me, but it is. Candy Crush esport. Hold on. Let me see. Esport finals. Oh, not the final level. They keep adding levels too, so even when you get to the final level of Candy Crush, there's more. It's crazy. There's some crazy... Dude, this is crazy. Holy crap. Now just Google up Candy Crush esports. It's crazy, man. When and if Nintendo Directs happen, do you think it will happen, and what will be shown? I'm hoping we're getting one in January, but I'm thinking like the next Direct will be like a game-specific Direct for Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. At this point, I don't think we're getting like a general Direct. I don't know if we're ever getting a general Direct again. I think with all the success of sales Nintendo's seen in 2020, I don't know that they see big Directs as a necessary monetary investment. What's happening, and people like blame Doug Bowser. Doug Bowser really got nothing to do with this. Shintaro Furukawa is a businessman. Okay, he's a money man. He is not a game developer. He's the opposite of Satoru Iwata. Satoru Iwata came up as a game developer. That is not the case with Shintaro Furukawa. We got super chat in here. Song request, underwater level. Gotcha. We are not bots. Hashtag we are not bots. I wish that was the hashtag that was trending more so than you guys remember what's the hashtag on Twitter people are using? YouTube wage theft. It's not wages. YouTube doesn't pay us wages, so it's like an improper, whatever. Underwater level DK1. Here we go. I think this one will do the trick. We gotta. Oh wait. I just want the music. I don't want the whole level. Hold on. Aquatic ambience. There we go. Add. 11th gen Intel processor. Oh, another ad. Back to back.
Look out for here. Simple.
Happens sometimes. All right. There you go. Aquatic ambience. Let's see here. Thank you for the super chat. Let me do a quick old shotty for you. Quick old little mini shotty. The stream is going to end in like 10 minutes, guys, by the way. I got to get some stuff cleaned up in the house from the kids before Yulia gets home. It's probably an argument neither side can really prove. Yeah, I mean, all Jeff Keighley can work on if he's doing right by the Game Awards is audience growth. That's the number one determining factor for him. If he ever has a year where the audience doesn't grow, that's when I think he'll seriously look at how he's doing the awards and consider some changes. Maybe. Depends on how big the awards get before it happens. I mean, if he gets up to like 150 million views, and then like the next year it's at 149 million, I don't know that he's going to make many changes. But I will say that Jeff Keighley is acutely aware of some criticism. He's not going to make everything better every year. This year, he treated the awards better than he has in any other year. That doesn't mean that it was great, but it was better than he has done in the past, where every nominee was announced and everything. Like that's something that was a huge criticism of mine over the years. He fixed that this year. It doesn't mean the awards are all given the right amount of attention, but at least he fixed that. He's cut down on the musical performances. There's way less musical performances now than there used to be. Thank you. He didn't do any more of those backstage at the Mountain Dew Lounge. He got rid of that crap. He did that for a couple years. People criticized it, said this is stupid. This isn't like the MTV Music Awards. We don't need backstage at the Pepsi Lounge, backstage at the MTV crib. It was dumb. That was the show trying to be something that's not. He got rid of that. He is acutely aware of all of the co-streamers that were copyright claimed and all the ones on Twitch that have had their streams silenced. He's aware of it. And he's apparently working out a way for that not to happen in the future. I made a suggestion in my email to him. I don't know how many others made this suggestion that fine. If you're going to leave traditional music in the show, that's fine. Have a separate stream that is specifically for co-streamers that gets rid of the copyrighted music. So has trailers without the copyrighted music, has substituted music in. So the co-streamers can have a different subset of music so we don't have to worry about that stuff versus the official stream. That's the easiest solution where everybody wins. He can keep people happy for the larger audience that are going to watch the mainstreams, and then for all the co-streamers, he can keep them and their audiences happy as well by avoiding copyright strikes and copyright claims. So we'll see. He's aware of that, and I assume that's something he's going to fix next show. Is that going to make it better for all gamers? No, it's just a courtesy to streamers. But we'll see what else, what other criticisms this year he gets. I know there's a lot of people saying the Game Awards are rigged. They say it every single year. There's nothing Jeff Keighley can really do to disprove it because it's an independent vote by a panel of media. He doesn't control what they vote for. To say something that is rigged would mean that Jeff Keighley himself is basically telling them what to vote for, and he's not.
Sign up at buy.google.com.
But are media biased? Of course. Are gamers biased? Of course. We're all biased. So that's why I think a 50-50 slice. I don't know. He's not going to go from 10% to 50-50. But I would like to see the fan vote count more. I would like to see it pop up to 25%. and see if it makes a difference. Because right now it feels like the fan vote doesn't really matter at only 10%. But if it can get to like 25% of the weight of the vote for each of these categories is fan related, I think that's the way to go. And I think there's some times where fans should have a bigger say, like esports. It should be like 75% fans voting. As an example, best commentator, for esports tournaments should absolutely be voted by the fans because we're the ones watching. We're the ones actually watching. Media shouldn't be voting on that. Most media people aren't watching the esports. It should be voted on by the fans. But, these are adjustments that are just going to be slowly made over the years. He's got so many things to work out. And Jeff Keighley knows a huge chunk of the audience comes to see games and trailers. He knows that. That's always going to be involved. If you ever hope for a show that's not going to have that, Jeff Keighley's show is not the place to go. It's always going to have music. It's always going to have game trailers. And yes, folks, it's always going to have commercials. Number one thing I say is people need to stop bitching about commercials. This show's freaking expensive to put on. And Jeff Keighley's not going to keep paying out of pocket every freaking year. So he's going to have sponsors, and he's going to run commercials. And the commercials don't rig anything. I don't think anything's rigged. It's just we know what games were media darlings, and the games that were media darlings are the ones that win. It's not really a rig. It's just most of the media absolutely loves Last of Us Part 2. So Last of Us Part 2 is going to win. Like, you could tell by the amount of times Last of Us Part 2 was nominated that it was going to win. And that's usually how it works every year. The game with the most nominations wins Game of the Year. It happens practically every single year. Yeah, TNT is pretty good with gaming. Let's see here. What's up, Yachilla? We are not. We are all bots. Bot army. Autobots. Bot nation. You of all people should understand clickbait titles, dude. Clickbait titles are the best. Man.
Running on the treadmill 7 days a week doesn't
how are you doing? I finally got a refund for Cyberpunk 2077 from Sony. I'm relieved it's finally over. I've been very disappointed with CD Projekt Red. And the thing is, I'm trying to get a copy of the game. I just don't have enough money for it right now. Not till after the holidays. But I'm going to be getting it for Xbox Series X, which doesn't have the issues that the old consoles have. So.
Seems like you get softer, but you don't
backstage at the fix the song. Oh man, sorry.
Within the first 3 weeks.
Sorry, were you guys listening to an ad for what's that for V-Shred? V-Shred ad this whole time, dude. Those V-Shred ads are like 10 minutes long. Those V-Shred ads are so long. V-Shred, dude. V-Shred. I've used V-Shred. It's legit. It's legit, and it's decently cheap. I'm part of the Facebook group and everything. It's actually, dude, the community behind V-Shred actually is a big motivator for me in my weight loss. They're very supportive. It is, to date, the only place that has a picture of me with my shirt off is in the V-Shred community. And they don't make fun of you. They're very body positive. It's amazing to actually find a workout community that just doesn't shame you for your body. They're like, dude, you're doing good. You're making good progress. You're like, it's amazingly, surprisingly positive. Didn't know that could exist. Sometimes you think like these workout things are bullshit, but dude, like any quick workout thing, is gonna work so long as you stick to the diet and do the workout. But like, it's the community. And you don't have to pay. Like once you're part of the community, you don't have to pay to stay part of it. Like I only paid for V-Shred for like a month. You don't have to pay to stay in the community. It's great. They're really supportive. I'm very shocked at how supportive they are, because I've been in some other workout communities that were like, they're like, LOL, you're fat. Why are you here? This is just supposed to be for people who are just trying to lose a couple of pounds. You need to lose like 200 and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'm reading the chat. You Chia guy. I got the V-Shred name confused with Amped, which is a snowboarding game series. Apparently, once stole Fire Emblem sprites for no reason. I wish I was joking. There's also Amp, the energy drink. Hey Nate, how are you doing? Oh yeah, I already read that. Arlo released a video on how he thinks Nintendo's officially done with Nintendo Directs. Yeah, I might make a response to that video after I watch it. I like Arlo. I want to see his arguments. Because I too kind of think they're done. But you know what? Maybe I can come up with a reason they're not. I think Shintaro Furukawa, as I was trying to say earlier, is a very different president, very business oriented. So he's looking at the numbers, and realizing we don't need to do directs, which are expensive, and we could just not do them. We could just do Twitter announcements and sell just as many copies. But will that work outside of the Switch era? I don't know. You can't spell? That's all right. Merry Christmas to you and Yulia and your kids and to the chat. Thanks, Neil Agasto. I appreciate the Merry Christmas. Hopefully it'll be very merry indeed. I'm sure it'll be good. Christmas is usually pretty good every year. Because my kids have a wonderful time. Yulia and I usually have a wonderful time. There's always stressful periods. You know, around family. You guys know. When you're around family, there's always some stress. I don't know why. There always is some sort of family something every year in every family. I swear. You know, unless it's just like a mom and dad and you. Even then. Like, there always seems to be some sort of stressor. But, whatever. You had a refund for Cyberpunk? Nice. Yeah, I mean, everyone's basically doing refunds now. Everywhere is allowing refunds. Best Buy is giving refunds. Best freaking Buy! Best Buy! The store for you. I know that's not their saying. Best Buy, the store for you. I went to Best Buy the other day to get some Christmas presents. You know how hard it is to find video games in my area right now? It's like impossibly hard to find video games in my area. You want a physical copy of Call of Duty? The new one? I got that for someone for Christmas. You want a physical copy of Assassin's Creed Valhalla right now? Walmart doesn't have any. None of the GameStops in my area have any. Target doesn't have any. They're sold out. I found the last copy of each game, reserved it online to pick up in person at Best Buy. Because I had 2 people on my Christmas list that wanted those games. Crazy. It's not, well, all games you can get digitally, but like they prefer physical copies, which is good. It's just, they were sold out. It's crazy. Your Titans will beat the Packers in a couple of weeks? Maybe. I don't know. Then those same Titans get trounced by the Browns. And the Browns are a good team. Not to diss the Browns, but I think the Packers are better than the Browns. Maybe I'm being a homer on that because the Browns have a good defense. Really good defense, to be completely fair. I think their defense is better than the Packers. I think the Packers' offense is better, but Nick Chubb is legit. Dude, he's a beast. This could be a bad idea. Coding and drinking at the same time. That's a brilliant... You know how many coders code and drink at the same time? That's a brilliant idea. That is a brilliant idea. Dude, coding and drinking at the same time is great. Yikes, it was that way when I first got Animal Crossing in April. I'm using... Yeah, hard to get games, dude. I know it's a holiday season, but I've never had a holiday season where the most popular games you couldn't get. But you can. I have my copy right here, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I can't go in the store and pick this up right now. It's gone. And they're all of them are we might have a shipment next week or the week after. And it's all COVID. It's all, shipments. They're not getting as many shipments this time around. Cyberpunk for Switch, anyone? Yeah. I think we can give up on that. Cyberpunk for PlayStation 4 isn't even really a thing, if we're completely honest. I think we can give up any notion of it coming to Switch unless Switch allows Google Stadia or some other streaming service. I would say a streaming version of Cyberpunk would obviously be possible if that ever comes to pass. But obviously, a streaming version of anything can come to Switch. WWE 2K20 is broken. Dude. WWE has been a busted game. Has it been 5 straight games that have just been broken as hell? It's like an embarrassment. I don't know. The WWE is just messing up everywhere, man. They're messing up with how they're doing the TV stuff and their stories. They're messing, like, dude, All Elite Wrestling, man, is where it's at, dude. All Elite Wrestling, if you're, into that fake entertainment show wrestling, dude, All Elite Wrestling is basically what the WWE used to be when it was the WWF, dude. The best years were when it was the WWF, and that is what All Elite Wrestling basically is doing. It is WWFing. And it's making people go, why the hell do we even watch WWE anymore? Besides for a few of the bigger superstars that are still signed there, of course. And obviously you can't, it's hard. I don't know, dude. The best years of WWE were like when I was growing up, I swear. There were still some good years after, but, back in the Stone Cold days. And even before that, you can go back to the Bret Hart days. There's been a lot of good generations but like the current era, like the last, I don't know, decade of WWE just hasn't really been that great. You respect that, right? Dude, that's what's in my computer, man. Right, it's a 2700X. Yeah, I'd like to get it upgraded to a 5000 series if I can ever get my hand on one. All right, I think it's gonna do it. Well, thank you guys for stopping by. Merry Christmas to all of you guys. If I don't see you in a live stream, I'll still obviously have some videos going up. But if I don't see you in any streams, if I don't see you over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Nintendo Prime TV when I do some game streams, just Merry Christmas to you all. If you happen to celebrate it, which I do. If you don't, I just hope you have a safe end of your year coming up here, because we are coming into the final stretch of 2020. Hopefully 2021 ends up being a way better year for all of us than 2020 was. Obviously, some of us were impacted more than others in 2020, but still, I think we could safely say that 2020 really wasn't a great year for anyone. I mean, even as I was actually better off financially this year than I had been in prior years, there were other aspects of my life that weren't so great. So 2020 can honestly, even for me, but 2021, I'm really hoping is much better. Shout out to Corey Baum for the $20 Canadian super chat earlier. And obviously a shout out to Stare at Me for his $2 Canadian super chat earlier. And I guess, for shits and giggles, I'll shout out from the other stream before, Brian C., who did $24.99 earlier during the direct, and Zeki Talmage as well, who did a $10 super chat back then. So thank you guys so much. It's been a good day for super chats. Most I probably made in super chats in months. Merry Christmas, guys. Catch you guys later. Peace. I don't know what I'm doing.